Today is a wonderful day of celebration. We have reunited several of our families and students who've already started school. But today is also a call to action, and you'll hear directly from our families their experience, what they see, what they hear, and what they know. And on or about August 16th, we heard from several families through our amazing community liaisons, Freydun and Mohammed, that our parents wanted to make sure that their child's seat in their classroom, that their teacher that they knew they were going to have, would still be there. So please hold our child's seat. Shortly after, when we realized that the situation in Afghanistan was much more serious, we put an all-call and began to collect intelligence on the families that were there. And rather than start to think about holding their place in school, the conversation became, how do we get them home? And being a school superintendent, I didn't know what to do, so I called everybody, called Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs, and we called Congressman Issa. Within 5 minutes, Congressman Issa was on the phone with me. Within 5 minutes after that, we were on call with a team searching for our students to bring them home. And I'd like to introduce, who we're very eternally grateful for, Congressman Darrell Issa.
Thank you, David. As David said, he called me, but I was fortunate enough to have a team here and in Washington that engaged, coordinated with Congresswoman Jacobs' office, and were able to reach out to people both officially and unofficially to begin this process. Today, I think you're going to hear two things. You're going to hear about the success of the men, women, and children that are here, but you're going to hear about the failure to get everyone home, about how many people who are already pre-qualified to be here, Americans, permanent residents, are not home. How many thousands, tens of thousands, are languishing either in the process in Afghanistan or in neighboring countries waiting to come here. And so part of what I'm hoping to do today is to highlight the fact that yes, there has been some success, and we're delighted to have these kids back in school and their parents united. But we also know that there's a lot more work to do, and working both through official channels and with foreign countries and with unofficial channels, it's going to take a lot of work. Lastly, Congresswoman Jacobs and myself both serve on the committees that need to do some additional legislation if we're going to make room for so many who helped us, who otherwise will take us to get resettled. All of these have to happen. So hopefully, as you think about your questions, how did you feel? What was it like? These are important. But what was it like for those that you left behind? What was it like for those who didn't get on the plane? Who were your family members, maybe not by name, but by description, that are still there? I'll just close by saying, if we don't change some of the rules to expedite people who we should be able to bring here, it is decades through the ordinary process to do so. And so I know that San Diego is not just home to so many military who served in that region, but we're also home to people who have taken in refugees from all over the world for generations, and who know the benefit that we all get by adding them to our community. And so again, I want to thank the superintendent for reaching out, and I want to thank the courage of these families. Every one of them went through a process that was frightening, in an uncertain time, took risks to be here today, and left behind family members who were every bit as just as entitled to be here, many of whom have risked their lives for our country for years, who are still in Afghanistan or other countries. So thank you all for being here, and thank you in advance for your questions.